why less women are getting married in 2021. The marriage rate is decreasing rapidly. And the reason why for that is because these women think just because they're making money that it gives them the excuse not to submit to a man, to disobey a man, to get out of their position when it doesn't. See, this is why these women are not getting married. This is why marriage is decreasing drastically. And the biggest reason why less women are getting married in 2021 is because they think that they don't need a man. They really think that they don't need a man. Because they was taught to be strong and independent. And they was taught by other women that, oh, you got money. Or, you got money now. You can pay your own bills. You don't need a man. This is what they have been taught. This is what they've been programmed and indoctrinated by. So they think that they don't have to listen to a man. They think that they don't have to be submissive. They went against nature. They went against their own position as a woman. If you think about it, you wonder why our great grandfathers and grandmothers, you know why they stayed with each other? Because they felt like they needed each other. These women in 2021, they feel like they don't need no one. Just because they have materials. Just because they make money. And this is where they're going wrong at. This is why they can't keep a man. And this is why these women, they won't get married. This is the reason why they won't get married. Because they think that they don't have to play their role. They want to compete with men since they have money now. They don't want to be humble. See, when they wasn't able to be able to work like a man, they was humble. They didn't have, big ego and big pride. They didn't feel powerful. They felt actually like a woman. They felt submissive. They was very feminine. They wasn't being disobedient and talking to men any type of way. But now, since they got money, they think that gives them a right to act how they want to act. They feel like they don't have to be feminine. They feel like, they can be masculine, that they can be over a man. They feel like they got it all together. They feel like they Mrs. Know-It-All just because they have money. This is why they made a big mistake when they gave women access, to making money, to getting a job, when they got their rights. These women, they all out of place. Now, they went crazy. These women, when you say the word submit or be submissive, they get so angry about that. When you tell them, oh, the reason why you don't have a man because you won't submit, they get so angry about that. Because they know that's their place. But since they have money and they can get jobs, they think that they don't have to play their role. They feel like they don't need nobody. They feel like they don't even need God himself. They just need them and their materials. But not knowing up ahead when they get older, they're going to end up alone. miserable and angry because they were taught a lie. They were taught the wrong thing. They were taught wrong. This is why women in 2021, this is why less women are getting married in 2021. And the rate is going to keep declining. Marriage is going to keep declining. The marriage rate is not going to go up. Because these women, they think since they're making money, they don't need nobody. They're almighty. They think that they're the man. They think that they can think like a man since they're making money, since they can pay their own bills. This is how ignorant these women have become. Money has pulled them away from nature. Money has pulled them away from their place in a relationship. Money has pulled these women away from femininity. It made them masculine. Or thinking that they're masculine. It made them think that they're masculine. Because a woman can't really be a man. They can't really be masculine. They can just, try to imitate or think that they're masculine out of ignorance. But this is why less women are getting married. They're selfish. To have that mindset, oh, I don't need a man, that's a selfish thing to say as a woman. That's narcissism at its finest. Because a real woman, she knows she needs a man. She knows she needs that masculine energy. She knows she needs that protector. She knows she needs that guy that's strong. That guy that can lead. That guy that can teach. She knows that. But these women in this generation, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that at all. They're like, oh, whatever. They don't want to hear that at all. And guys, don't deal with a woman that says that she does not need a man. Because these type of women, they don't really value men at all. They're not looking for something that's long term. They just want to use men for the time being. When they want something, and then when they can't use that man no more, they're going to just dip off and leave him and branch on to the next guy. But don't deal with a woman that says that she don't need no man. But this is why the marriage rate is just going to keep going down. It's going to just keep going down. Because these women have access to making money. And that's not just going to college and just getting a regular job, applying for a regular job. That's with social media, OnlyFans, Cash App, all this stuff. This is why these women, say that they don't need a man. This is why the marriage rate just keep dropping. Because these women, they don't respect men. Once these women get money, they think that they can talk to a man any kind of way. They think that they can talk to a man any kind of way. Just because they have money. They lose respect for men. A lot of these women lose respect for men when they get money. They don't want to play their role. They don't want to listen to no man. They don't want to obey a man. They don't want to be led by a wise man. They think they got it all together. When really they don't, mentally. A lot of these women, that say that they don't need a man, they come from fatherless households. Their father was not in that household. That's why they saying this. This is why a lot of these women are saying this. Hope you guys got the message, but this is why the marriage rate will continue to decrease from this year and years to become, because women, they think that they don't need a man and they don't need nobody except their money and themselves. It's Coleman.